soon. This is all I do. Trails into Reverie, Steam Guide. Okay, Act 2. Acting on up. Yeah, I did not win that one. Shut down and Himmel Symmetry. Yeah, I think I did all that. Okay. Act 3? Holy shit. My title's already a lie. Okay, let's do this. App guard, lower yourself. It is okay, so that did prevent it from working. Alright. God fucking damn it.
You were quite punctual.
You bet.
Yingo!
Sup, and welcome aboard the Argo, the vessel of Nine Valley's new high-speed transport service.
Our pilot is a child.
We might have been better off on the ground.
I'll have you know that I'm a licensed pilot. And that's real rich coming from you guys. You look like a bunch of kids about to go on a picnic with their daddy to me.
Ooh, we got burned.
Phew, but boy, did I not see your daddy's ID coming. Who knew my mystery client would turn out to be our former Governor General, Rufus Albarella? Oops. What, do you prefer Supreme Leader now?
Please, if I knew I'd be repeating myself so soon, I would have gathered my audience. That title is not mine.
But then...
I'm confused. Who's Rufus? That's this guy's real name. C was a nickname. So it's Rufus, huh? I think it's much cuter than C. I give it 85 points. Ooh, he kicked your butt, S.
Why would I care when I don't even get what criteria she's basing these on?
So are you famous then, Rufus? Everyone seems to know who you are. He's not just famous, he's super famous. He's the elder son of House Albarella, one of the 4 great houses of Erebonia, and he became Crossbell's first Governor General. Together with the Empire's Chancellor and Crown Prince, he led the country to all-out war. But then he got arrested after it ended. That's all the big common knowledge stuff, but trust me, I know all about the skeletons in his closet. Wow, you're so smart, Nadia.
Is knowing part of handling the unpleasant side of things?
Wow, you're so smart, Rufus.
Damn.
Can she try not to stir up trouble with him?
Not ya. Yeah, well, he's apparently he's not done making a name for himself. Because 3 days ago, he busted himself out of jail so he could lead a load of black-clad soldiers into Crossbell and occupy it again. Then he declared himself the new Supreme Leader and claimed he was carrying on the late Chancellor Osborne's will. And you're saying that wasn't you. Yeah, hang on, you were in Crossbell yesterday, and at noon today making statements. When do you have time to go to Heimdall? He couldn't have been at this Crossbell like you said. He's been with us the entirety of today and yesterday. Then that means... So there are 2 Rufus Albarellas, or more like. One of you's a fraud? So it seems. I've no interest in making a public show of him being one, mind you. But I am the genuine Rufus Albarella. On that you have my word. I guess I believe you, even if Crossbell mistakes the other guy for the real deal. Your brother'd be able to tell the difference. Can't say I even care. I'm just in it for the Mira. Speaking of, I thought the Erebonian government seized all your assets? How are you going to pay your fare? I've long kept my assets spread out in the event something like this were to happen. What the government sees is a mere fraction of what I own. You really do prepare for anything, huh? Oh, I was worried we were duped into doing charity work for a sec. Well, we've come this far. I think it's about time you started filling in the blanks. About what exactly? You. We don't plan to call things off just because we know who you are now. You gotta admit that you're not an average guy, and that means being around you is a huge risk on our part. I think you owe us a more thorough explanation on what you're up to before we met and what you're after now. It's the least you can do if we're gonna keep working together. Very well, I intended to do as much from the very beginning anyway. You'll have to understand the full scale of our situation before we advance to the next stage. Rufus's tone remained flat as he recounted recent events. It began... Oh my god, they're not gonna voice this, alright. It began late at night on March 14th when Arrakis Fort in the Cruzin province fell under attack. This was the work of the Airborne Defense Force, who were there to aid the Crossbell Division of the Imperial Defense Force in their escape. Upon freeing the IDF... I know it's not their fault that the fucking IDF is a real organization, which is rich that they call themselves the IDF, even though it's more like the IOF. Brothers be killing a lot of children, not exactly in defense, but very so much. Upon freeing the IDF from their underground cells, they continued on to another cell in the same port, Rufus Alvarez, and that their aim was not to free their former leader, but to assassinate him. Rufus deftly turned the tables against them, while also managed to extract a wealth of information, even if their knowledge lacked the finer details. He learned that they had abducted Prince Oliver and would be executing a major operation in less than 24 hours. He also learned of a small suitcase that the EDF wished to find with great urgency. Sensing trouble brewing in the wake of Crossbell's liberation, Rufus then resolved to escape to better assess the situation at hand. The next day, March 15th, was no less eventful. An imposter using Rufus's name and face as his own stormed Crossbell's signing ceremony and declared it occupied once more. I really wish I could see what the fuck was going on in the background here. Like, is it downloading and updating? I actually have no idea. If I open up PowerShell, let's see. Yes, please. David. Guess there's no reason that I couldn't just run this. Notepad. Let's see what happens. Easier if I did a file transfer. Okay, there we go. PowerShell? Command prompt? Command prompt did not like that. Did that work? Okay. I got really distracted there. An imposter using Rufus' name and face as his own stormed Crossbell signing ceremony and declared it occupied once more. This information paired with intelligence gathered to suggest further trouble brewing in Heimdall helped the real Rufus ascertain his next objective. He issued a statement claiming to be the prince's abductor to lure Class 7 to the Imperial capital. And following that, he set his sights on Orocus Canyon to make his enigmatic case the EDF were so desperately seeking. You know the rest, of course. Wow. You've been a busy boy, huh? Well, I've been cooped up in a cell for half a year. I had plenty of pent-up energy eager to be spent. To continue, it's clear that the actions of the EDF and my spurious self... Spurious? Were planned to the letter. I imagine a multitude of events these past months have been part of their grand scheme, not just the recent attack on the city. The post-war occupation, the occupiers electing to ignore my calls to surrender, and even the city's liberation a month ago. If this fake Rufus is pulling the strings here, you being around's only going to be one big headache for him. You think it's possible you being locked up in the same place as the IDF was intentional? I would assume so. Everything about it right down to my assassination attempt, and that in itself was just a small part of something much greater. Then what are you planning to do about it? You sound like you got a pretty good idea of what you're up against, so what does the real Rufus want? I have two goals. The first is to eliminate the imposter who seeks to use my name for ill. Makes sense if it means them being around equals people trying to kill you. The second is to settle a past debt. Oh? Crossbell's current status traces its origins to the war that ended not long ago. I, the primary member of the Ironbloods, was one of two who led the charge in that war, the other being the very man whom I revered as a father, the late Chancellor. Having made this mess, it falls to me to clean it up. The Ironbloods are an awful loyal bunch. I also feel a certain degree of responsibility towards the Crossbell as its former Governor General. Let me see if I got my head around this. In short, you want to rectify Crossbell's situation and fix whatever's going on in Erebonia. That sum it up, right? That would be the end result, yes. You know, that's a lot to expect 4 people to pull off. Thus why I never specified it being us to achieve that end result. There's no reason it has to be us who faces our enemies. Ghost. Confronting evil and overcoming it with heart and willpower is best suited to heroes, not villains, like myself. Like Reen and his friends, whom we fought earlier, and the SSS counterparts in Crossbell. No need to imitate what they have perfected. Works for me, doesn't feel like our style. What we can do is learn the truth behind these myriad occurrences in our own way. And we can start with a very valuable clue we happen to have in our possession. What is it? Why are you staring at me? You're just so cute that we can't help ourselves. Really? I see. That makes perfect sense. To be admired as the destiny of a masterpiece, gaze upon me to your heart's content. It's hard for me to picture a doll being the key to unraveling all that's going on. It's weird, yeah. And her not remembering anything makes it that much harder. Got any plans for tackling that one, boss? I just so happen to have a question for you two regarding that very issue. Jörg Rosenberg was her manufacturer, and the man who requested that she be delivered to me? Well, technically, yeah. Now that our work in Heimdall is done, I was hoping to visit him in person, but your hesitant response tells me that may not be possible. Has something befallen him? Nope, he's fine. It's just not much would be gained by going to see him. He's the one who gave us the job, but he specified that he was just an intermediary. My guess is that whoever had him give us the job's also the one who got him to make her. Mainly because he didn't seem to know much more than we do right now. I see, then our only choice is to aid her in recovering her memories after all. I assume you don't know where you were originally crafted? Wish I did, but I'm afraid not. I got a place we can start at least. Yorick didn't directly deliver the case to us. He said to pick it up from the Moon Temple. He must have hidden it there before hightailing it out of Crossbell. It'd be a safe bet to say she was made there, close to there. Almost certainly the Rosenberg studio on the Maine's mountain path. It sounds about right. We passed it on the way to the temple, but didn't go inside. A wise decision. The Meister hid the case elsewhere, then the studio has been compromised in some matter, I'm sure. We still do not know if her memory loss was unintended or deliberate, but danger or no, it's possible that we'll find something to ease her current predicament. So we know where we're going then. Our course was always going to lead to Crossbell. The timing is apt, so we may as well go now. But how are we going to get in when the borders are so well protected? Fear not, for I have a plan, though it will require some preparation. I'll need your participation in order for it to work, but the details can wait. For now, rest well, children.
I was getting so sleepy while they talked, but I feel wide awake now. Perhaps I'll tour the ship and see what everyone is up to.
The dolls sleep? The dolls are sleepy. Oh, it doesn't look like there's anything too interesting.
Hey, Lapis. Is she asleep? Sure is. That's a shame. I wanted to play with her.
Sorry to disappoint, but let her rest, okay? She always wants to sleep, so today's been a long, rough one for her.
Does she normally sleep a lot?
That's an understatement. She spends most of her off days out like a light. She's even fallen asleep in the middle of combat.
Has she ever been to a doctor to fix it?
Oh no, she's not sick. She's just very laid back. Makes life a real pain sometimes, though, let me tell you.
I'm sure it does.
But she's my partner. There's no one else I'd rather depend on when it counts. Besides, I sort of protect her in her brother's place. I intend to honor that for the rest of my life.
Are you and her brother different or the same? I'm finding it hard to wrap my mind around the idea of siblings.
Let me put it like this. How would you feel if Yorick Rosenberg were to make another doll exactly like you?
If they were exactly like me, then they would be perfect. The world being blessed with more perfect things to admire is a good thing.
Well, what if that other doll wasn't as cute, pretty strong, or emotive as you? What if others called them a failure?
There isn't any such thing as a Rosenberg that's also a failure, but if by some chance that were to happen, I'd be very annoyed to hear others speaking of them that way.
There you go then. That's how siblings are.
Do you think Rufus would be annoyed if he heard something like that about his brother? That's who that boy we saw before is, right?
Beats me. I don't know the first thing about what goes on in that guy's head.
So it's a mystery?
Yeah. Anyway, you should try and get some rest while we have the chance, assuming dolls need rest anyway.
Okay, thank you, Swin.
I wonder what it's like to have a sibling. Do I have any out there?
Well, I don't know about conscious siblings, but you do have quite a few siblings.
Well, if it isn't my littlest customer, you want something?
My littlest customer. I wonder if the script itself is working. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just trying to get a script to run to force Windows to go to 25H2, or at least to give me a fucking error message. I don't know why Windows updates can't just be downloaded manually, run manually. Like, why do I have to go through the Windows update tool to do the most basic things? And the script I have is supposed to essentially pull it and then install it, but I also got the script from ChatGPT, so I'm not super confident on that one.
I just felt the urge to tour the ship, and you're hardly big.
lots of, well, writing the script is probably, well, it requires the most brain power. A lot of the other stuff is just busy work, and, you know, that's what work teaches you, how to do busy work. I'm still bigger than you, and come to think of it, I haven't introduced myself to you now, have I? Name's Jingo. If there's anything you want your hands on, you just give me a holler. I'm Lapis. Nice to meet you, Lapis. By the way, you're not human, right? It's true. Indeed, I am not. I'm a brown Rosenberg doll. Really? World's full of surprises. You don't look surprised at me. When you're in my line of work, you meet all kinds of folks. You're not the first unusual customer I've had. I'm not. Your job sounds very interesting. You know what else would be interesting? Mods. Can I interest you in a Gatling gun for an arm or eyes that'll let you shoot lasers out of them? I'll give you a pretty discount. You could do all that? It'd be worth a shot. I agree that it would be interesting, but none of it sounds as beautiful as my current design, so I'll kindly pass. No, Biggie. If you change your mind, you know where I am. I certainly do. Anyways, it's about time for Cerberus's lessons. Cerberus? What's this lesson about? Being the strongest guard dog around. Well, now I've got to know. What does that take? So far, I've had him help with cleaning and run my shop, and today he's getting pointers on flying this... You have a dog fly the ship? That's pretty fucking sick, actually. He's got to be able to navigate anything life throws at him, and that includes a steering wheel. I wonder if Event Viewer would actually have information about why the updates aren't going through. I'd hope it would, but also... You know... See if Event Viewer even loads properly. Okay then, first I need you to plop yourself on top of my seat. Wait, is that gonna work? I guess as long as your front paws can reach the wheel, it's all good. You can do this, Cerberus, good boy. Hang on a minute. I was gonna butt in at first, but I can't keep my mouth shut after what I just heard. Oh yeah, what's that? Maybe the whole idea of trying to teach a dog to fly this airship? Still not hearing what the problem is. How's he supposed to learn if he doesn't take the wheel? All of that is a problem. You're trying to make a dog transcend the limits of the canine species. Come on, now you're just exaggerating, but you're welcome to tune in on his lesson if you want. What part of what I said makes you think? I just had a dream where the whole airship fell out of the sky. Where are you, S? Comfort me. Anyway, we're paying for this flight, so if you want to attempt the impossible, do it on your own time. I'd like to live for the landing, please. Oh, fine. You're one tough customer.
Cerberus is so cute. I hope I can pet him later on.
I'm afraid this side of the deck is occupied. You'll have to sleep elsewhere.
Windows software program. Login as the ship's head. Browser. Where do Windows updates event viewer? Applications and services log. Oh, I never go into this part of the event viewer. Oh. Microsoft Windows installed. Oh, that's something new every day. Windows Update Client. Windows Update Client. There we go. Okay, and it doesn't give any fucking information. Okay. Super handy. Okay, let's try. See. Windows. Logs. Windows update. These are the same. Okay.
I wasn't planning to sleep out here.
Oh? Then what's brought you outside?
I wanted to go stargazing. What about you?
I wanted to take in the night air.
Since we're both here, there's something I'd like to ask.
What is it?
I know that you're a famous man, but are you a good man or a bad man?
Bad, though that would be putting it mildly.
So very bad?
Very, very bad. I have used anything and everything to advance my interests, be it titles, fame, or even those pure of heart. There is little point in feigning a moral compass when human lives hold no value to me, or acting chivalrous when all that does is hinder me.
Do you still feel that way?
I do. I'm using you, Swin and Nadia, to bring my designs to fruition, am I not? I'm also using those we met in the capital, like my brother.
None of that sounds like something someone good would do, yes. You really are a very bad man.
Huh? Yeah, I've definitely never heard of Rad Soda. I feel like we're all trying to figure out a little bit of like better versions of soda than what's currently on the market. Because like, that's why I drink Zevia. It's the only thing that I want to drink Dr. Pepper, but I don't want to drink Dr. Pepper. So, Dr. Zevia, it's where it's at. But I would, yeah, yeah. We all want the healthy sodas. We just want to feel something delicious in our tummies.
I'm glad we could come to an understanding.
Yeah, Frost, these are definitely the most interesting characters
Armed
by
with that knowledge,
a mile.
What do you intend to do?
Am I supposed to do something?
I suppose a doll has no reason to care if a human is good or evil.
Being a doll has nothing to do with it. But were you hoping I would admonish you? Or perhaps comfort you?
Of course not.
Okay, then I still intend to do nothing. Whether I praise you for your deeds...
Actually, let me see if I've seen Rad Soda before. It's sort of giving me... Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Oh, no, I have not seen this. I just hate how fucking expensive these files. I mean, Dr. Zevia for a 12-pack is like, it's like $12. It's like $1 a soda. It's like, I mean, this looks more expensive than that. I just want these things to be affordable. It's just like flavorings in water, in carbonated water. Give it to me for cheaper.
You are who you are.
Just how does humanity look through your lens for you to think in such simple terms?
I don't know. I can't answer that when I'm still learning about what it means to be human. All I can say is, I don't see if you're good or bad, where you're from, or how you were raised. I don't see what you've done or haven't done, what you possess, or what you lack? Because none of those are what make you exist as a person.
Very interesting to have
So it
juice
can't be
in
that you
there.
suddenly don't exist just because someone decides to reject those parts of you.
That's quite a philosophical approach to the matter. Or perhaps that objective thinking is the most one of artificial intelligence can fathom.
I don't know. How could I know? Just to me, being is what makes a human a human.
Perhaps you're right.
And so, it's what makes you, you.
Perhaps you're right. I don't remember the exact moment I began to search for meaning in my life. My father elected to raise me as his own son, irrespective of the fact I was born because his wife laid with another man. He did so with the same ease he rejected his flesh and blood because he was born from a common woman. When I learned the truth, I finally understood that House Alberea wanted me not as a human being, but as a product of noble blood. It was so hard to bear that it made me sick. Was that all? Was that the only reason I existed? I refused to accept it. I couldn't take it. And as I turned my eyes from this terrible truth, a new, more terrible thought dawned upon me. If that was not the reason I existed, then what was? That was when I met him. It is said we seek that which we do not have.
So a bit more. Well, yeah, because Dr. Pepper has that sort of like fruity flavor to it. Well, cola is it's like a plant, so it's like a literal. Yeah, why is this still downloading?
Through him, I sought the father I never had. I convinced myself that if I did as sons do and became more than he ever was, then I would understand the real reason for my existence. And there it was. At last, I had a goal, something to pursue. I stopped at nothing to make that goal a reality. There was no effort too ambitious, no principle too sacred to violate. But no matter what I did, it still wasn't enough. Everything I had done to secure my victory had led to a resounding, humiliating defeat. A defeat at the hands of my own brother, who, despite his unfortunate upbringing, had grown into someone strong and true. I envied him for that, but perhaps I should have known all along that a mere product could never hope to have a real, genuine purpose.
Oh, Rufus.
The whole predicament would have been worth a laugh had it not been so deeply painful. Why am I here? What is my reason for being? Who am I?
You are who you are.
I
I don't
am
see
what
what
I
you've done or
am.
haven't done, what you possess or what you lack, because none of those are what make you exist as a person. Just to me, being is what makes a human a human.
What's in this?
Such
Cherry
nonsense. I thought you weren't planning to sleep out here. I'm unsure if dolls are capable of catching colds, but I believe you've taken in the stars enough for one night.
Let's see. Filtered carbonated water, proprietary citric acid, natural and artificial flavor, sodium benzenate, potassium sorbate, sucralose. Just a shitload of sodium. It's a lot of the healthier sodas are the ones that aren't ones that are not sugar. They just put a shitload of salt in there. Windows update. Okay. Okay. Yep. So that's paused. Then we go back to recovery. Okay, why is the option to fix Windows Update broken? I didn't want to disable Windows Update. Okay. Windows Update is paused. So now can I go to recovery and the problem with Microsoft troubleshooters is that they don't fucking work. Something broken in Windows? Yeah. What are you supposed to do, I guess? You know, just, I'm not gonna fucking reinstall Windows on this machine. Okay, so all right, fix problems is currently unavailable. All right. You know, I don't know how often I've actually had DISM work for me. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, you know, just run the file repair. And most of the time it doesn't seem to do that much. Ready to go anytime. We're good at this stuff. I don't know what we're preparing for, but I'll give it my best. Our interests will be best served if you say nothing at all. Okay then, I'm gonna make a landing. Crossbell Airport. Halt! Are you authorized to be here? I mean, that's what you get when you are able... Someone steals your identity, you steal it right back. Your Excellency! What is the meaning of this? You stand in the presence of our supreme leader. I don't know the last time I've seen Diet Right in a store. I informed you in advance of our arrival. Why were you not ready and waiting? Our deepest apologies. There's no need to be quite so harsh. These are good men. The AS Airport has only been under their jurisdiction for a few days. It takes time to adjust to new responsibilities. You are merciful, Your Excellency. We will ready a car for you at once. No need. I have arranged for one personally, so remain here and continue your duties. Yes, Your Excellency. Well, that would probably make why. Or make sense why. Make why. What a bizarre experience. Not everyone gets to be their own imposter. It's hilarious. Good on you for thinking it up, boss. Well, I wasn't lying about them being good. It won't be long before they learn the truth from their superiors and come after us. We shouldn't remain in this city any longer than is needed. Can't hurt to scope out the place first, though, right? I suppose we'll have to make it a brief tour before continuing on for the main mountain path. As part of scoping out, me and inspecting all the restaurants, that's gonna have to wait till next time. Alright, I got this stuff from Jingo. What is it? Farewell gift, apparently. What, does she think we're off on a picnic or something? What's a picnic? Aha, you are too dark cute, LP. No point looking a gift horse in the mouth. Let's use it. We'll look... yeah, just try not to stand out.
well.
Okay. Okay. What's insane? $24. That's what I just looked at that. I was like, man, that's a lot of money. And that's what I was saying before. I'm like, all of these sodas are so fucking expensive. Yeah, the same thing happens with a bunch of stuff. I guess it's to deter people from not going through third-party sellers, which does make sense because they want a middleman. I think that there's a misconception sometimes that companies want you to buy direct from manufacturers. Like, Zevia is more expensive, and then they're like, oh yeah, we can ship you a 12-pack. It's like, I don't want to ship a 12-pack of soda straight to my door. Like, there's a good chance that that shit is going to be shaken up to hell. So, I don't know. It's, yeah. But if it was super cheap and could come on a pallet, I would do that.
So... Could be flying a little too close to the sun.
I mean,
but
you
then again...
can get Faygo straight from the Dollar Tree, so... Which I don't know how much it is, I guess, nowadays. Okay, so we get some more healing.
Very astute. Indeed, the higher the risk.
Gotta get that. That's how they want you
I
to
don't
order
see why
a
we shouldn't go
pallet.
there at some point, personally.
I mean, and that's like soda's super heavy too, so it's like, I don't know. This does not seem worth it, no matter how much I would just rather get it straight to my home. $50 does seem like a lot, though. Can I go to the armory? What happens if I try to go in the special support section building? Oh, locked. Yeah, if you ordered multiple 12 packs, would it also be $50 shipping? Like, is it the same for... Because then that would make more sense, I feel. Oh, I fail.
Ooh, I smell fresh goodies. Nadia, we have to stop here and gather some
There we go. Alright, and then East Street.
I knew you were both just screwing around at the Capitol.
Can I go to the entertainment district? Nope. Oh, that's the apartment, so I need to go there. Okay. There's the services rebooted. I wonder if something is disabling Windows Update. I have no fucking clue what that would be. Oh, there's the exchange. Oh, that's one enormous picture of a fish. What exactly is it, and why do they have it hanging here like it's such a big deal? That must be what they call a fish print. Wow, if you're paying 50, yeah, I was gonna say if you're paying $50 for shipping. Oh. How'd I get so freed up?
There's this sweet smell coming.
Oh. Doesn't start till late.
If you children could gather intelligence.
Yeah, S. Quit being so late.
Fair enough. How are we gonna exit from the north? Gonna go in this way. Maybe through the harbor district? Yeah. Be a lot of work. Work, I guess. However. So that's the Supreme Leader, huh? From a distance, he really does look exactly like our Rufus. Other than his haircut, you'd struggle to tell them apart. Shit, is our cover blown? Isn't he one of Hui's top brass? We can't take any chances. We must move at once. Okay, recovery. Is it being blocked by a group policy? So what? There shouldn't be any policy associated with it. Configuration. Windows components. Manage updates. That would be pretty fucked up if that's actually what's going on. Just being fully blocked. Windows update. Yeah, everything's set to not configured. Alright, well, let's try this option. think we're good now. We should be able to get to the entertainment district up ahead. It's just me, or there are lots of people here. It isn't just you. We'll have to take proper precautions. Wow, some crowd, huh? They must be watching whatever's on the screen. It's your fake, boss. It appears to be a recording.
As you well know, Western Zemuria is in a lamentable state. Jirai and North Ambria have become frequent targets of terrorism, and racial conflict remains rife throughout the Calvard Republic. Evil is no longer a seedling to be uprooted with ease. It has bloomed and dispersed corruption across the entire continent. Yet all hope is not lost. I ask that you remember the ideals of the late Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gileath Osborne. He understood that if we could not eradicate evil in parts, that we must then be united as a whole through armed might. If we forego a unified system to divide and allocate our resources where they are best needed, we will never know true peace. That is why I, Rufus Alberea, the successor to His Excellency's legacy, have vowed to bring our many great nations together. We cannot let evil continue to sow its seeds. We must fight back for the sake of humanity's future, for the sake of our world's future. And should any neighboring country to which I extend this warm invitation refuse, they will receive due judgment for their arrogance.
The boss is crazier for wanting, what do you say? Wanting to stop him. No two ways about it. I'll take that as a compliment. What's he talking about? Uniting as a whole, forcing it through our might is no better than terrorism. Good on Cross Valiants for pushing back. I'm surprised. I figured they'd make quick work of anyone speaking ill of them. Look, S, the channel's changed. Elliot Platir from Ark and Seal. This one looks like a live feed. He's right. If we just keep wanting for peace, happen, it'll become crossbows the economic hub of Zemuria. Every word Supreme Leader Rufus is true. It's a very simple hope of all. Something about these people is making me uncomfortable. Say, Nadia? Rufus, why are you just standing there? I'm bored of this. Let's go somewhere else, please. Rufus! Hey, Rufus! You listening? Swin, Nadia, why aren't you talking to me? Are you bullying me? Huh? Wait, Rufus! Nadia, Swin! Oh, what's going on?
Curia. Over here. Whoa! Check out all the dolls! It's LP as far as the eye can see. I'll thank you to remember that I'm a Rosenberg doll. I'm in a different league compared to those garden variety specimens.
And yet, some of these were in fact made by the studio of which you speak.
Really? Oh, you're right! This perfectly sculpted masterpiece is unmistakably a Rosenberg.
You have our thanks. Now, would you prefer Angel of Slaughter or Ren Bright?
Call me whatever you like, Jade Rook. I
That's the
suspected
different
something
voice
wasn't right
actors,
about our
right?
new supreme leader. And seeing you explains why.
I've heard you were an astute one, and you do not disappoint.
Someone you know?
Not on a personal level, no. But we are familiar with one another's backgrounds.
I honestly didn't expect to meet you quite like this. Though, truth be told, my interest is mostly in her.
You're associated with Jorg Rosenberg, if I'm not mistaken. She is? You did a lot for me in the past. I guess you're the same as us then. Ah, so it seems. My name's Red Bright, and since fate has brought us together, what say we make the most of it? If you're a friend of the Meister, I suppose we were bound to meet eventually. My name is Swin. I'm Nadia. I have a feeling you and I are going to be two peas in a pod. What a coincidence, I was just thinking the same thing. We totally have the same vibe. This would be heartwarming if it wasn't borderline chilling. Incidentally, if I may ask, since you are aware of her existence, might you have heard something about her from the Meister? Not as much as you're likely hoping, I'm afraid. He contacted me a short while ago. All he mentioned is that she exists. He also asked me to help her if she ever needed it. So you don't know anything about her background then? I'm afraid not. Sorry to disappoint you. Then our objective remains unchanged. We should make for the Rosenberg studio. Oh, that's where you're headed? Then might I join you? I haven't been there for some time, but it seems to have been occupied by some exceptionally unpleasant. I was thinking of giving the place a little spring cleaning, but it's a bit too much for me to handle alone. Then we would be glad to have you as our guide. I wonder what Jingo would say if she knew we'd added another kid to our picnicking group. Welcome to the Imperial Picnicking Front, Ren. That is not our name. Before we depart, there's one more thing we should confirm. Now, I don't want to run into trouble like we did earlier. What did we witness in the entertainment district before you came to save us? It's a form of mind control employed by the Supreme Leader. Seriously? So he's brainwashing people? The principle is similar, but it works somewhat differently. It can be used across a wide area, and the effects are cumulative. I was able to save you with Orbital Arts earlier because its effects hadn't fully set in yet, but the residents of Crossbell, who have been exposed to it multiple times, won't be an easy to save. And the weapon bringing about this form of mind control is Ilya Plutier's dance. So it seems, although I still don't know exactly how it all works. But alas, now the fallen sun princess casts shadows over everyone's heart like that of an eclipse. So that's how they're able to keep the people in control despite how forcefully they took over Crossbell. I hope our ex is okay. Regardless, I think we've established it is not something we are capable of countering at present. Let us be off. LP, time to mosey. Just a minute. If you don't hurry, we're gonna sell you to the shop. Then you'll be stuck in a display case, unable to move, just like these dolls. There'll be no more walking, talking, or yummy desserts for you ever again. I'm coming, I'm coming. You make meanie.
Well, well, are those customers I spy? What a peculiar bunch you are.
Hey, why'd you put that on? I thought it was broken. I always carry a spare. You arrived at just the right time. I'm about to get going. Thank you for taking care of me these past few days. Think nothing of it, dearie. Are you headed off with these people then? That's right. I can tell you're in for quite a hoot. Oh, no doubt. Stars above! I see that old man made himself a new model. Just look at how expressive she is. This woman scares me. I'm impressed you're able to tell she's a Rosenberg so quickly. I couldn't convince you to part with her, could I? I'll make it more than worth your while. You won't regret it. How much are we talking? Gosh, now I'm tempted. How can you even think of selling me? You can drop the act now, Nadja. I'm afraid she's not for sale, ma'am. We still have need for her ourselves. I see, that is a shame. Well, my offer still stands if you ever change your mind. Time to make our way for the mains mountain bow. What a fun little gadget this is. Snagged one for yourself during last year's spy debacle, I'm guessing. Correct. You never miss a beat, do you? following this path here will eventually take us to the one leading to the studio. There are monsters wandering around, but I think we can take our chances. We can, yes, but what about you? Oh, you needn't worry about me. I got my weapon right here. Wow, that's so neat. Why, thank you. So you use a scythe, huh? What a peculiar choice. It's simple design, barely is just how difficult it is to wield. I can use most weapons, sure, but this one always has had my heart. Because it's neat? Because it's perfect for slicing off heads. No! No, indeed, I'm just joking. The more I get to know you, the more I think we're going to be the best of friends. I'd like it if you don't bond with her over beheading people. By the way, are any of you familiar with United Fronts? Yeah.
How could you, Nadia? How could you think to sell me off to that woman? Oh, how couldn't I when your cuteness is worth a fortune? I wouldn't want to insult you by cheaping out. I'm that cute? Well, that is true. Time to go.
I'll take care of it. All right.
Hey!
This was an alarming about face.
Oh, oops. Be right back. Okay. What am I made for? Yeah.
Hip, hut, hut, hip, hut, hut, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hut. Ready over here. Hip, hip. Hut, hip.
A challenge, is it? These swords are...
My turn now. Extermination complete.
Even
I'll remove all who stand in my way. Slay...
No trick.
I'll take care of it.
Time to entertain my guests. Round and round. Up you go! Time for the main event. What a delightful tea party. Good day and goodbye.
But of course.
No mercy.
Now play.
No problem.
Keep at it.
You're up.
Now play.
No problem. Wide open.
Too late. What a waste of time that was.
I did find a round. I don't want to sync my browsing data across all devices windows. I will end your existence if I could. I would absolutely end the existence of all of these pop-ups. No, I didn't want to close it. I was just trying to go around the pop-up. Windows 25H2 ISO.
nap time. Nap time.
Why do I need to make a bootable image to try to use the update?
Easy.
These swords.
It's me.
Slay...
It's me. Welcome to my technique. There, my pièce de moi. Make not a bow. How did I know?
Let's see. Sure, let's give it a shot.
All for one. And one for all. Cut him loose.
Very well.
Our chance!
Too late. Okay.
Very well.
Nurse
Appreciate it.
Nadia's here.
Okay. You picked the wrong opponent to mess with.
Say the word now.
That will do just fine.
I try to get back to East Street. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bit more cash. All right. What was that? Something wrong, Rufus? No, it's nothing. What is this I'm sensing?
It's just not fair, I tell you.
Let's have a bit of fun.
No.
On guard.
Now,
How shall we play?
More of you? So be it.
Ready? Slay up. Ready?
time to enter.
Okay. That ought to do it. That was just the cure.
Try something here.
Easy.
Slay on sight.
These swords are of
Undocked. You're in need of polish. Cut down. Blue tank rain.
Extermination complete.
Yeah, that gave a ton of experience.
Not much of a surprise. I've got you where I want you. Slay on.
Welcome to my turkey. There, my fiesta. Make Nana proud. Oh yeah, awesome.
No trick.
I'll take care of it.
Now then.
Too late.
All right.
How plain.
No problem.
My turn.
Our chance.
Too late. On it. Slay on. Okay. You're down.
Very well.
All right.
Ready?
It's me.
On guard. All you were was weak.
Even
my goodness.
That was agreeable.
Fortune favors the clever.
Slay up.
Time to enter.
We smashed him and thrashed him.
But of course.
Ooh. Go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Okay. Oh. They say that a hero. Oh, much better. Whew.
Oh, it's just not fair, I tell you. It's the easy street.
Slay up.
Time to entertain.
No trick. Here goes.
Look! We smashed him and thrashed him.
Bum, 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 bum. Holy moly. Oh, my intestines feel so much better. Okay, still need a bit more Mira so I can make sure I get all the fishing equipment. Also, these guys
that
could
was
just use some
agreeable.
level ups anyway. Oh. God, I feel like on Monday mornings, I just like don't feel awake for.
Easy.
Slay on sight. Criminals raid.
I get up at like 7, so like 8, 9, 10, 11, almost noon. Just don't feel awake for like 5 hours.
These swords are
Undone. You're in need of polish. Cut down. Bootleg raid.
Welcome to my Ted Queen. There, my gift and what? Make not a proud. Oh yeah, monster.
No choice. Here goes. You picked the wrong opponent to mess with. Not much of a surprise.
I'll remove all who stand in my way.
What a delightful tea party.
What the fuck is rapport?
Bro, I don't want to do this.
Slay up.
I didn't install rapport.
Ready?
On guard.
It's me.
Hey, you're down.
You're up.
All right.
How shall we? We smashed him and thrashed him. Even. Oh, it's just not fair, I tell you.
Card is still lowered. I've ever had this much trouble installing an update before. So confused.
Fortune favors the clever. These swords are of
Undocked! You're in need of polish! Cut down! Blue Gang Rain!
Time to entertain my guests! Round and round! Up you go! Time for the main...
What a delightful tea party.
No trick. Here goes.
I wonder if that's why I didn't realize that I was on 23 H2. Well, if I'm on 23 H2, then why...
We smashed him and thrashed him.
Well, let's try that. I suppose they don't always try to do it linear, but... Okay. What? What do you mean there's an issue downloading the fucking ISO? What? That makes no fucking sense. Is it just not working in general?
But of course.
this? Oh, it is downloading. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, we'll give that a try. I can't believe how many troubles I'm running into recently. I'm still broke as shit. Okay.
That was agreeable.
Oh.
Fortune favors the clever. These swords are...
No. You picked the wrong opponent to mess with.
I'll remove all who stand in my way.
Welcome to my tech week. There, my yes and luck. Make Nana proud. Oh yeah. Awesome.
More of you? So be it.
Now then. My turn now.
Keep at it!
You're up. Got you.
Ask it for it!
Are you
Thank
okay?
you.
Too late!
Nana, you're so amazing. I got it together now.
These swords are of...
You're in need of pump.
No You picked the wrong opponent to mess with. Not much of a surprise. That was just the cure. I've got you where I want you.
These swords are...
Extermination complete. It's only natural.
Even perfection can stay.
So why would it error out when it tries to reach Microsoft, but not when it actually performs the download?
I got it together now.
Okay, so now if I mount this... Oh yeah, I have already downloaded it in the past.
want you.
Slay.
These swords are of
Time to...
No. You picked the wrong opponent to mess with.
Nice. Please.
But of course.
That was just the cure.
Okay, now I can buy the thing from the Fisherman's Guild. Whoa! That's a sold it. That's a sold it right there.
Whee! Mmm, fishy! Oh boy, you sure like flopping. Whee! Mmm, fishy! Oh, bye, fishy. Whee! Mmm, fishy! Oh boy, you sure like flopping. Whee! Mmm, fishy! Oh, bye, fishy.
How much longer? I'm so tired. Really, we haven't even walked that far yet. Rosenberg Studio isn't too far from here, and are you sure there's nothing wrong? You're acting awfully preoccupied. Simply don't think it's worth mentioning. No, wait. What is that? Looks like a piece of a mirror or something. The design is really weird, too. I didn't really take the type to collect trinkets. I'm not. I couldn't tell you where it came from. It just suddenly appeared in my pocket. What? How could that be possible? I don't know the answer to that, but nor do I think we can afford to leave it unanswered. Predicament indeed. I see. Thank you for giving us so much of your time today. I appreciate you helping us attend to the aftermath of recent events. Of course, we couldn't turn a blind eye after seeing it for ourselves. We feel investigating the coup d'etats further is our responsibility as much as anyone's. Rounded up most of the people involved by now, though, haven't we? I believe you have. And with Princess Alphine and Elise's assistance, we were able to look into suspicious relatives of fellow students as well. Okay. Except... There's some suspects still at large, but it's only a matter of time before they're in custody. I'm so pleased I was able to help. My classmates seemed genuinely shocked to learn what their relatives were up to. Can't say I blame them. You'd think they could hold off on the crazy until things in Crossville calmed down, or the timing's on point since the EDF showed up here too. I would assume they're linked, yes. I'd been aware that some in the army were opposed to the ceasefire and subsequent downsizing of the military, but it's frustrating to not have seen the extent of their opposition coming until after they've made their move. You can't blame yourself for this, Representative. Besides, maybe this works out better. Gives you the chance to take out the obvious trash instead of sniffing it out for yourself. That's true. With so many of them confirmed to be in custody, we shouldn't have to worry about the capital for a while now. Plus, the information we got will make it easier for Dad and General Van Dyck to take action. We each have our burdens to bear, so it's best to focus on what you can do as the current head of our nation. I'm sure Marcus is also doing what he can in Crossbell. Indeed, you've hit the nail on the head. I don't have time to dwell on past mistakes or what I should have done with Crossbell as it is, and the prince and lady still missing. Alright, I think we've covered all we can on the coup d'etat's problem. Let's turn our focus on the other big issue we need to think about. Rufus. It's not possible for him to be both near the capital and running Crossbell at the same time, so then who did we see? You said you requested an investigation of that, right, Milliam? Yep, while we were taking care of the coup stuff, it should be about—
My apologies for the delay.
Just the gal we need. What's the word, Claire?
Well, it took longer than I'd hoped. But this information came directly from our sentries near the border. They confirmed that Crossbell's new Supreme Leader never left the state while C was active.
Then he wasn't lying.
Yeah, there really are two Rufuses.
But how is that possible?
It isn't. It's preposterous, even. Or so I would say had we not seen him in the flesh.
He played us enough to be the real thing.
He sure did. First he calls himself C and sets things up so we'd make our way to the capital. Then he gets us to take care of that coup for him, while he gets away with whatever info the EDF provided him.
Using every means at his disposal has always been his way. And this was no exception.
Then are we in agreement that the Rufus in Crossbell isn't the real one?
The evidence seems to point that way at present. Perhaps it is also my hope that it points that way.
I doubt it, since I'm inclined to agree. Rufus acting the way the Supreme Leader does after what he went through doesn't make as much sense to me. You had to have had an effect on him in some way at the Imperial Fortress, Eustace.
I would like to believe that as well. Have you learned anything more about the 3 children accompanying him?
We're still looking into them, I'm afraid.
I know our side can't talk, but they were strong as hell for being kids.
All I can confirm from my end is that no record of them exists in the Intelligence Division's database. 2 underground for even the ID to pin down means it'll be extra tough for us.
It's best to assume they and whoever was controlling the airship are hired help.
It should have been impossible for your friends to win. Eustace.
It's because you refuse to. We won't be getting anywhere wondering what he's up to here. I propose we move on using the one lead he provided.
If you wish to know what befell the Courageous Two, make for the Nord Highlands.
Do you feel you can trust his word enough to warrant going to the Highlands, Reen?
If anything else, I did get the impression that he is actively against the Supreme Leader. There's likely some ulterior motive behind telling us that lead, but Eustace is right that we should use it. Especially if there's any chance we can help Crossbell in the process.
I'll respect your decision, of course, but...
Some of us will have to remain in the capital. The aftermath of the coup d'etat requires...
I'll stick around for it. It'd be good to hit up...
Gaius isn't... There should be...
Muses, will that...
Then we'll...
Huh?
Kurt, hello there again. Sounds like you've been making...
About your lead. Since our father is still occupied in the west, we will be accompanying you in his stead. May we Vanders be of great service.
See, now he looks nice and pissed. The next morning, Muse arrived as planned from Leaves and reunited with the group. They then waited for the freight train, which Claire had arranged to take them to Nord to depart. We're going to be transferring onto an RMP train partway through the trip. We should hopefully reach Zender Gate around noon. That'll be great. Then we can start our investigation right away. Thank you all for coming to see us off. I apologize for showing up so suddenly and creating all this disarray. Not at all. I'm glad to have the opportunity to see you again. I'm sure my brother's disappearance must be weighing heavy on your heart too, Lieutenant Colonel. My worries pale in comparison to the heartache you must feel, Your Highness. Rest assured that I will do all I can to put you at ease as soon as possible. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. I'm counting on you too, Muse. Of course, I will take good care of our dear instructor in your and Elise's stead. Oh, but don't fret, I won't let my personal feelings get in the way of my work. It's just really the time.
What's wrong? Heart group?
I am more. We all refrained from voicing up, but you're not going to take on too much to compensate for the ones from the under...
You're a filthy traitor, Ashen Chevalier! So many of us joined the army to follow in your footsteps, only for you to trample all over our ambitions. You couldn't possibly understand the frustration of those who died in that war, or even those left behind. It's time you took responsibility.
It's true. Their words did affect me. They reminded me that for some, The war never really ended.
Try to see them as the exception they are.
Exactly. That isn't your fault, Rain.
I know. But it's also not something I can turn a blind eye to. It's only by understanding one another that we will be able to move forward. At least, that's what I think now.
We just don't want to let that consume you.
Everyone in the Imperial Army bears that responsibility, myself included.
None of us here want you to shoulder that burden alone. Isn't that right? Altina?
Oh, absolute. Class 7 is and will always be about... I think... Well then, if there are...
Thanks.
They all got off at the Nord Highlands. Cruel blue skies.
There you are.
I hope the trip wasn't.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
And here I thought we'd be getting here first.
We just happened to be on the train.
I'm glad you all arrived, and long time no see.
Likewise.
We heard about the attempted coup. It must have been.
You're kind of better than fine now. All I have to do is see your face.
Then it was worth it, huh? But there's no. Though magic makes it simple enough to skip the river crossing. So don't you forget that.
Thanks.
Man.
But boy, I'm
Rain is
still
an
finding it
asshole.
hard to believe we have two Rufuses running around now. I'll cross my fingers the lead from the literal lesser of two evils pays off, but we still need to be smart about our
Emma,
approach.
I love you so much.
Agreed.
I can't be in a relationship
There's
with you,
no
but
telling
man.
what could happen. That's all the more reason why we appreciate your and Lady Mildene's attention to this matter.
oh, I'm more than happy to give it.
Where's Gaius, by the way?
He's gotten a head start, and a soldier gave us a message saying.
I see. Then we'll head his way once we've greeted the person.
I believe he's some.
Colonel Dalton of the 23rd. I haven't seen him since his division took stewardship of...
Oh, right. It was the 7th, the 20th.
Indeed, but...
He sounds like...
I've already...
Okay, can I save?
Listen, Reen. Being an I didn't have to be because you were there for me. So that means you don't have to be because I'll be there for you.
Thank you.
Good.
I'm gonna take the headphones off him too. They look so stupid.
Welcome to Zender.
If only
Okay. 1, costume. Off. 2, save. 3, I gotta go eat some food. Go get some soda pop. See if I can figure out a Windows 11 update, and then I will be back on later.